everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 13 in season number 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We are back at the Daytona International Speedway, this time for the Valvoline 400, a very fast 24-lap race around this 2.5 mile super speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. This is definitely one of the classic races here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. One of the very few races that has had the same sponsor for all 5 seasons of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. As a matter of fact, quite a few races probably have had the same sponsor for all 5 seasons. But this is definitely a special race for us. Love this one. And it's at Daytona Speedway Physics, the greatest track in NRLOA 2003 offline racing. It just is, okay? There's no question about it. Anyways, we got ourselves a guy who has never even made the chase before in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and he's been in every single season. Cameron Gaju starting on the pole alongside another guy who needs a win. Quite a few guys starting up front here need wins to make it into the chase, and you guys are going to see which one of those guys are starting up front. You can probably already see on the screen of all the cars lined up here on pit road. But we'll go ahead and get you guys the starting lineup on the bottom of your screen right there, and it's going to start right now. So it's Cameron Gaju and Trey Bartow who are going to lead the field of green. We have Cameron Garlington and Blaine Keys in row number 2. Caleb Hoffman and Jacob Reed starting alongside each other in row number 3. Davey Johnson and Tristan Allen. We will reset it here. We'll get through the top 10 here. Caleb Hoffman. I think he's going to be starting alongside Tyler Salzman, but I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, we'll figure this out here. We're going to go ahead and reset it, and then get to the race here in the Valvoline 400. Starting lineup will continue to roll on the bottom of your screen. And they are all rolling off this time, so that's good there. But anyways, Davey Johnson and Tristan Allen are starting alongside each other there in row number 4. Caleb Hoffman and Tyler Salzman alongside each other in row 5. Row 6 has Jonathan Skibnicki, who finished second yesterday at Kentucky, and California winner Ryan Madden. Aiden Shepard and Elijah Gordon in row number 7. Stuart Gratton and Nicholas Gratton in row number 8. Daytona 500, and so far the only driver to have won restrictor plate races this season. Josh Alexander in the 34, the Daytona 500 winner, alongside Jordan Newman. Then you have Jesse Turner, the Season 1 Daytona 500 champion, and Dan Smith Jr. in row number 10. So they go down the backstretch. A lot of guys hoping to get a win to make it into the chase this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Of course, it's kind of a wild card race here at Daytona. These guys are all over the place on this racetrack, and the good thing about this racetrack, it's not always the inside lane that works. The outside lane, especially when we get smaller packs, is the place to be. It creates for very exciting racing here, and every single race here at Daytona is always very fantastic to watch. Make sure everybody is rolling off. Of course, you guys have already seen the starting lineup. It's 24 laps around this 2.5 mile speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. Pretty sure that is a 60-mile race, but this race goes by really fast each and every season, so it's basically a dash race here for these guys, and they got to get up front very quickly. Green flag is out here in the Valvoline 400 at Daytona. Already 3 wide back in here as Caleb Hoffman goes to the inside of Davey Johnson and Nicholas Samadio. Samadio finished 3rd here in the Daytona 500 earlier this season, and he was very dominant in that race as well. Looking to get something done here today. Blaine Keys to the inside of Cameron Gaju for the lead, as Keys has Jacob Reed, Tristan Allen, and Caleb Hoffman behind him there in that inside lane. And it's going to be Blaine Keys who leads lap 1 here in the Valvoline 400. Here comes the 2 of Tristan Allen to the inside of Jacob Reed for 2nd. And these guys are pretty early right now. No 3 wide in the field at the moment, but that will probably quickly change as this race goes along. There goes Tristan Allen to the inside of Blaine Keys for the lead. Caleb Hoffman right behind him. Davey Johnson and Tyler Salzman, the Road America winner, on the inside lane. Blaine Keys looking to get the run on the outside here of Tristan Allen, but like I said, the outside lane works better when we have the smaller packs in the field. So when we have this really big pack here, it's usually when we get the inside lane to work better than the outside lane. But Blaine Keys is trying to make it work up there, and he's not doing too bad of a job. But still, it's kind of hard to do it when we got all 42 cars out on the racetrack. Tristan Allen to the inside of the 48 for the lead. Here comes Caleb Hoffman in the 6. Hoffman won at Rockingham. He's going to be in the chase this season, but he's around a lot of guys who need wins. You see the 2 of Tristan Allen, Blaine Keys, neither of those guys have wins. Neither does Jacob Reed, Cameron Gaju, Davey Johnson, or Elijah Gordon. You got Trey Bartow up there as well. He's winless this season. Tristan Allen looking to get to the inside of Blaine Keys here for the lead. But Blaine Keys is finally getting that outside lane to work, and it's going to be Keys who leads lap 3 here in the Valvoline 400. Definitely want to watch for 4 wide. Now, traditionally, I've always used a 108% strength for these guys, but starting with the Daytona 500 this season, all restrictor plate track races are now down to 107. So that kind of avoids them being crash fest races here at these racetracks. So we're going to have a less of a possibility of a crash, but it's still probably going to happen. Anyways, there goes Tristan Allen trying to get to the inside of Blaine Keys and take the lead, but Keys is really getting that outside lane to work. And the 48's going to lead 2 in a row here at Daytona. And they're kind of gridlocked right now up front. Just as I say that, Caleb Hoffman goes 3 wide to the inside for the lead. The number 6 won here in season number 3 with Tyler Myers driving this car. Caleb Hoffman now goes to the point here at Daytona. Here comes Elijah Gordon in the number 24 to the inside. We got Ryan Madden right behind him and Stuart Gratton. He's been doing fantastic so far this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, especially after getting that win at Charlotte. He has definitely racked up a lot of points. That really doesn't mean that much, but still, you definitely want to have consistency once you get to the chase. And Stuart Gratton has definitely showed us that he can be consistent. He's on this inside here. He's pushing Ryan Madden to the inside of Elijah Gordon and Caleb Hoffman. He's got Jesse Turner right behind him in the 43, trying to get something to happen here. These guys are coming close to going 4 wide up front, but fortunately they're not doing it, and Ryan Madden stays out front in the number 22. Here comes the 47 to the inside of Elijah Gordon. Oh, they're bumping around there. Turner almost made it 4 wide, but we're still green here at Daytona. Really don't know how these guys are avoiding a 4 wide situation, but they are basically 3 wide throughout the whole field here at Daytona in the Valvoline 400. Stuart Gratton gets to the inside of Ryan Madden for the lead. Jesse Turner right behind him. Darlington winner Marty Johnson. He's right behind the 43, and he's pushing the Season 2 champion to the inside of Stuart Gratton and Ryan Madden for the lead. They're 3 wide throughout the whole field here at Daytona. We got Abe Troxel, Matt Tuck, Garrett Zenor. Oh boy! Cameron Black and Tyler Selzman, a couple of teammates there. They're coming close to each other, but we remain 3 wide for now. But Michael DeFeo's going to make it 4 wide entering turn number 1. You got Selzman and Black. They're coming really close to each other here. They're 4 wide down the back. I don't think this is going to work. Trey Bartow on the outside of these guys. And you're going to have Griffin Lynn also get to the inside of the 11 and the 19 here. And you know what? It's going to happen coming out of the infamous turn 4. 4 wide, exiting turn 4. Does not work. But they're going to make it work right now. How about that? These guys doing a great job. Both of those guys winners so far this season, Selzman and Black. They're both going to be in the chase. Look at this pack. They're 3 wide throughout the whole field with that 4 wide in the middle. And my computer doesn't really like it that much. But hey, it's going to work out okay. Don't worry. And they made it work out there. Back to 3 wide in the pack. That took a lot of skill between Selzman and Black, but give them a high five if you see them, because they did a fantastic job avoiding a crash there. Abe Troxel to the inside of Marty Johnson. He has Matt Tuck behind him and Garrett Zinor. Couple guys, a lot of these guys up front here, like the 27, the 78, the 16, and especially the 20. Michael DeFeo is the lowest full-time guy in the point standings. If he were to get a win, though, he would lock himself into the chase. There are going to be 3 drivers who make the chase on points alone, however, as John Arndt won that race at Kentucky yesterday. So that made sure that we're going to get at least 3 guys making it into the chase on points alone. Matt Tuck trying to get the outside lane to work, but the inside has really been advancing here. And there goes Garrett Zinor to the inside of Matt Tuck for the lead. Zinor is going to lead lap number 10 here at Daytona. Michael DeFeo in the 20 on the inside lane here. And make sure we don't have any 4 wide throughout this racetrack. And we are still 3 wide throughout the whole field with 42 cars. Let's see how, almost within 1 second of each other there. 42 cars, almost within 1 second of each other. You got Griffin Lynn back here. Remember, he came so close to winning that race at Road America and locking himself into the chase. He wants a little redemption from that one there. Here he is moving his way up front in the 38. You got Cameron Black. Remember, he was in that 4 wide situation not too long ago. Here he is moving his way through the field in the number 11. But it's Michael DeFeo in the number 20. My bad there. Who currently leads the field, but Matt Tuck's on the outside of him here, trying to get something to happen up there. 3 wide for the lead as Griffin Lynn gets to the inside of Michael DeFeo and Matt Tuck. Cameron Black in the 11. He wants to make it 4 wide. He's not going to do it quite yet, but he is trying to move that 38 up the racetrack. But he's not going to be able to do it. Griffin Lynn's going to stay out front. The halfway point of the Valvoline 400 is right here, and it's going to be led by Griffin Lynn. Those Gibbs teammates really like getting close to each other there. You see Cameron Black and Michael DeFeo. They almost made it 4 wide with Almenhart right behind those guys. Cameron Black's going to get pushed to the lead by Eric Almenhart. Here comes Hergel Arvin Alonso, Seth Cole, and Noah Cars. Crazy racing here at Daytona, but we have not crashed yet, and we are over halfway through this one. Griffin Lynn on the outside of Cameron Black and Eric Almenhart. Will he be able to do it? Looks like Cameron Black's going to get a run through the middle. Seth Cole, he's going to make it 4 wide, or is he? Nope. They're going to remain 3 wide. It's something how I tone it down by just 1%. And they avoid 4 wide much easier than they do at 108%. I have it at 107% strength. When I had it at 108, they get 4 wide pretty quickly. Now, we've had a 4 wide situation in this race already, but they avoided crashing in that one. And these guys have done a fantastic job so far here in the Valvoline 400. It's looking like we might get another caution-free race here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. These guys have come close to going 4 wide many times, and I'm pretty sure the next time we end up 4 wide, it's not going to end too well. Alonso leads lap 14 here in the Valvoline 400. Seth Cole on the inside with Noah Cars behind him. We got the 15 of Josh Crash moving his way through the field, and rookie Bryce Lofor. Of course, Josh Crash is also a rookie, but those guys on the inside moving their way through the field very well. I'm telling you, these guys really want to go 4 wide. But they're thinking a lot better of it in this race than they have in races past here at Daytona. And that's because of that 1%. Noah Cars is going to lead lap 15. Here comes Josh Crash in the 15 to the inside of the 42 for the lead. I really don't know how long these guys can go without going 4 wide again, but I'm telling you, they're doing a good job not doing it. Here comes Bryce Lofor in the 41, Alex Bonsinor in the 1, Matt Dallio in the 88. Matt Dallio has John Arndt behind him, and Matt Dallio's going to force a 4 wide situation underneath of Alex Bonsinor and Cameron Black. And I think this is the moment a lot of us have been waiting for. Will the big one happen exiting turn number 4? Looks like they're going to fan it out. I don't know. They are going to fan it out, and we're going to remain 3 wide. My goodness. Oh boy, Jack Porkins off the racetrack in the 33. He's going to come back up the racetrack, or is he going to slow down? Something happened to the 33 back in there. I'm not sure what happened, but he is off the pace. My goodness, these guys, they're just getting a little antsy here now, aren't they? We have gone caution-free for 17 laps here at Daytona. I never thought I'd hear that, but we have done it. Matt Dallio to the inside of Bryce Lofor for the lead. They went 4 wide exiting 4, but they fanned it out, and we are still green here at Daytona. Lofor is going to lead lap 17 in the Valvoline 400. Here comes John Arndt, our last winner, a 2-time winner this season. He's to the inside of Matt Dallio and Bryce Lofor, and these guys are starting to kind of bobble up here. Bobble up. What is that even supposed to mean? I don't know anymore. Anyways, John Arndt to the inside of Bryce Lofor, Matt Dallio, and Jordan Newman. You got Daytona 500 champion Josh Alexander moving his way on the inside. But the way this thing has been going, it's looking like we might go caution-free in this race. But if we happen to get a caution within the next couple of laps, we would be able to restart. But it would have to happen either now or lap 20, I think, if we were to have that, have a restart. But this thing could end under caution if these guys continue this up here. Jordan Newman going to take the lead as John Arndt led lap 18. Here comes Josh Alexander, but I think he's too early the way this thing is going. We got a lot of guys moving their way on the inside, and I do believe that the 34 is a little early to win this one here at Daytona. And this pack is kind of spread out a little bit back in here. You see these guys, they're not near as close to each other as they were, and they're a lot more too wide back in there than they are in front of the pack. But it still doesn't mean we're going to avoid crashing in this one. These guys could easily go 4 wide. You got Larry Ike here. He might try to make it 4 wide. He's got Jesse Turner right in front of him. Dan Smith Jr. in the 35's in the middle. Here comes Abe Troxel in the 27. Here's what I would do if I were Turner. Make it 4 wide right now and take the lead. But he's a champion driver. He's not going to pull that one. Abe Troxel leads lap 20, and if a caution were to happen, the race would end under caution. It is now 4 laps to go here in the Valvoline 400 at Daytona. Who's going to get it done and make their way into the chase? Abe Troxel on the inside of Dan Smith Jr. and Josh Alexander. It does appear that these guys are kind of staying where they are here. A little bit of a gridlock up front. Jesse Turner trying to push the 27 to the lead. But these guys are getting a good run on the outside lanes. Dan Smith Jr. and Josh Alexander. Remember, Josh Alexander, he won the Daytona 500. He knows what he's doing out here. And you got Abe Troxel there on the inside with the shorter way around the racetrack trying to clear these guys. It looks like he might be able to do it now. But this is good news for some guys like Turner and Larry Ike. The more these guys gridlock, I think the better time they can get up to the lead and not have to worry about being passed for the lead here. But I think that's what Turner's doing. He's not going to the inside of the 27 because he wants to make the pass for the lead at the right time so he doesn't get passed for the lead later on in the race. Troxel's going to lead lap 22. There goes Turner to the inside of the 27 with 2 laps to go here at Daytona. Remember, Turner came so close to winning the NRLOA 500, but he got passed with 2 laps to go for the lead in that one. He wants to make it into the chase. He's got to hold off Larry Ike, though. This 98's going to get to the inside. Caleb Hoffman and Stuart Gratton behind him, and here's Jack Porkins, and this is going to be kind of fun here. It might not be fun for Larry Ike. Turner's trying to get the run on the outside, but this might be the break Turner needs. Oh boy, they're going to catch this 33 here on the white flag at Daytona. Larry Ike's going to pull away in the 98. And the caution just came out. Back in the pack, they crashed. Are they racing back? No, they're not. Larry Ike is going to get the win at Daytona. How about that? Come on, I mean, we went 23 laps. Could we at least have gone another lap without crashing? Larry Ike is going to get the victory here in the Valvoline 400. And that is going to be the 98's first ever win in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. The 98 has never won a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race before up to today. And Larry Ike is only going to become the second rookie driver to win a race this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series with this win here today. Coming out of turn number 4 under caution, it's going to be the number 98 of Larry Ike who comes home with the victory here at Daytona. Of course, they have to be going really slow. So I'm going to have to stretch this here. Okay, we're finally ready. Larry Ike is going to win the Valvoline 400. And he's going to be in the chase for season number 5 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. How about that? The 98 gets him. And it was a small crash, but it happened back in the pack with Griffin Lynn, Marty Johnson, and Matt Tuck. We're going to go ahead and review it and see what happened to bring out the caution at the end of this one here in the Valvoline 400. And this is what happened here. They're 4 wide back in the pack. Nicholas Samedeo, Matt Tuck. I don't think Samedeo was involved in this one, but we were focusing on the lead, I should say. And we didn't see this 4 wide, but coming to the white flag, this happened. Samedeo got up in the Griffin Lynn. That's why the 38 went around. Ryan Madden with a bit of damage there in the 22. Samedeo did actually spin around there a lot in the 13. Matt Tuck and Marty Johnson into the outside wall. And then you see Samedeo get into the 38 there. Quite ironically, it wasn't really a calm race, but considering that this was the only crash of the race, we did a great job. I mean, come on. I mean, we've had cars flip over. Remember the 500, William Brock flipped over a lot. But here in this one, we have just a small little crash at the end. Of course, it had to happen coming to the white flag. It didn't happen on the final lap, so we didn't have a green flag finish. This race usually doesn't get a green flag finish, though. But anyways, that's what happened there. Those guys, tough break for those guys. But the thing is, they were already deep in the pack when this happened anyway, so it wasn't too much of a loss for these guys because they were going to finish back in there anyway. Going to go ahead, replay this in real time. And Samedeo up on the mat, Tuck, Griffin Lynn, Marty Johnson involved. And that's just what happens sometimes. Of course, they went 4 wide twice before this crash, and they avoided it both times. But the third time didn't really work out too well for them. And that gave the win prematurely to Larry Ike. We're going to go ahead and kind of see how he got it here. He was just on the inside here. Getting a run to the inside of Jesse Turner. He had all the help on the inside because Turner kind of had a little bit of a gap between him and Troxel behind him. And Larry Ike, you see what he does here. He moves up to block Turner, and because of that, he's able to clear the 33 okay. Now, the thing is, it's a really good thing that happened because Larry Ike would have been swallowed up on that final lap if the caution did not come out because he was the only guy to get away from that 33. These guys would have been able to get by him about a few seconds later, and they would have been in that pack, and they would have closed right up to the 98. But fortunately for Larry Ike, the caution came out, and he's going to steal the victory here in the Valvoline 400. Larry Ike, the winner. Caleb Hoffman, Jesse Turner, Stuart Gratton, and Abe Troxel, the top 5. Then Blaine Keys, Dan Smith Jr., Daytona 500 champion Josh Alexander got 8th. Jacob Reed and Jordan Newman rounds out the top 10. The only guy to fail to finish in this race was Matt Tuck. Figures. And you got Jack Porkins there actually finishing 42nd. He was 6 laps down. He had that problem. And if it weren't for that problem he had, he would not have affected the lead there at the end. But he did. And he gave it to Larry Ike here in the Valvoline 400 at Daytona. Apologize for there not being a caution in this one. But then again, that's a good thing because if there was going to be a caution, a lot of you guys probably would have had torn up race cars. So it wasn't a caution-free race. We had a crash right there near the end. Kind of hated that it ended under caution, but at least It was only 1 lap at the end, so just consider it a 23-lap race that Larry Ike won. But anyways, congratulations to Larry Ike for winning here at Daytona. Next race is going to be at Pocono. I'm going to let you guys know right now. It's going to be the older version of Pocono here, the unsafe version of it, the Pocono that originally came with the game. Originally, I was not planning on returning to Pocono this season, but then I was thinking, you know what? I don't want to go back to IRP, and nobody seemed to like Gateway. I got rid of that as well. We're going to replace Gateway with Martinsville. We kind of moved some things around in the chase, but we are going to be racing at Pocono, and it's going to be a pretty good race there, I think. We're going to have a lot more passing, and we'll probably get some crashes in that one as well. So hopefully you guys stick around for that one. It's going to be a crazy one in my home state of Pennsylvania. Would that be tomorrow? No, 2 days from now. Truck Series is going to be for Pocono tomorrow. I think tomorrow. Yeah. I want to make sure, like, I'm recording these ahead of time. I want to make sure that I'm not recording these and it's hitting Sunday because I don't upload races on Sundays. But yeah, tomorrow you guys will see the Truck Series from Pocono, and then you'll see the Cup Series from Pocono on what would be Friday. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Larry Ike for getting it done here in the Valvoline 400, and here are the points for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. It's closing down really tight there for those guys who want to make it into the chase on points. You guys will see which ones are still in the yellow right now. So thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Larry Ike, and I will see you guys later.
It's my nature. It's the call of the wild.